HSBC has appointed Brendan Nelson as its new chair, or its next chair, replacing financier Mark Tucker, who has led Europe's largest lender for much of the last decade. He takes the reins as CEO. George El-Hedary pushes through a massive overhaul of HSBC that's seen the bank reorganise into 4 new divisions. Let's get some perspective on what this means. Our managing editor for EMEA Finance, Tom Metcalf, joins us on set right now. So what does this mean? Good morning, Tom. What does this mean that they've chosen this person to lead the business from the chairmanship perspective?
Yeah, I think it's very much a safe pair of hands. It's kind of a reversion to what they traditionally did prior to Mark Tucker, which is look internally. I think safe pair of hands is a great way of explaining it. They went out, they looked at external candidates. There's a few things here. A, just a sense that none of those external candidates had, perhaps everything they were looking for. And B, for such a big behemoth as HSBC, it probably makes a lot of sense to look internally, somebody who can immediately jump on, and perhaps it reflects that dynamic of, you've got George El-Hedary as this very high-profile, dynamic CEO, and perhaps now the sort of dynamic they're looking for between the chairman and CEO is a chairman who, perhaps takes a bit more of a low-profile back seat compared to a Mark Tucker, who was famously hands-on.
Is he an interim permanent chairman?
I like that. Well, exactly. He's the interim chairman, he's become the permanent chairman, but yeah, the big question is how long for, right? He's 75, 76, and I think yesterday, actually, El-Hedary said something along those lines that, he certainly wouldn't be looking, Brendan Nelson this is, to sort of be in the seat for as long as a Mark Tucker, who was there for 8, 9 years.
So the search continues?
I think
is this a sign that they haven't found the right person, basically? They had this search, they couldn't find the right person, they've got an interim, they need somebody in the chair, let's make it permanent, but we'll carry on looking. Is that how I should read this?
Yeah, I certainly think kind of in the medium term, probably give a year, maybe 2 for sort of El-Hedary to make his mark. They'll see where, geopolitics are going, they're seeing where the bank is going, and then, yes, naturally you would think that's a great time for the board, perhaps with a little bit more time than they had in this process, to really do an extensive search, perhaps without that pressure of who's it going to be, Mark Tucker's left the building, where is the permanent replacement?